Uh, hello. Hello. Are we good? Are we live? Are we alive? Um, why is it saying my stream bitrate's too high? I've never gotten that warning before. Hello. Okay, now it says excellent. Okay. Thank you, iPhone update pop-up that froze VTube Studio. Very nice. Very much appreciated. So yeah, we're playing more Spyro 3. Probably gonna finish it today. Maybe. I don't know if I want to stream like super long again, because I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But we shall start the game here. And I think the reason, or one of the reasons my sound keeps getting fucked up is the spot that I leave my little sound card thingy uh, gets really hot from the computer vent. So I think maybe if I keep it away from there, it might stay okay. But we will see. I might be completely wrong and it'll still do the thing, but you know, at this point, technical issues are just a staple. So who knows, man? Who knows? Yeah, we'll switch over to the game now. If it's going to show up, maybe. No. There we go. Let's make sure there's sound. There does appear to be sound. Okay. Very cool. Alright. We can get started here. We're only at 40%. I thought we would have been higher than that. But this particular game goes up to like 117% or something. I'm not really certain how that's calculated, but it's basically like the base game is 100%, and then the bonus levels are the extra percentage. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why that's 17 instead of like an even 20 or something, you know? It just seems odd, that's all. And as usual, since we're in a new area, we're gonna just get all the gems around here first. Oh yeah, here's my favorite level, by the way. We'll save it for last. Underwater again, I see? Yeah. Well, the area is called Evening Lake after all. So if there wasn't water, I'd be a little worried. Ah, here's Bentley.
The sorceress has a real prize on her hands here. It took 24 Rhinox to capture this dim-witted furball, so you better believe he's not going to get out cheap. Where are you getting all this money, Spyro? It's not just lying around on the ground, is it? Is it? Ah, what do I care? It's mine now.
I pissed on those gems, moneybags.
The first rejuvenating breath of freedom. With the humility of a wounded sparrow, I'll genuflect to my noble deliverer.
It was no big deal, dude.
Yes. After all, it was I who let you out.
Why, you brazenly avaricious, duplicitous, larcenous ursine!
Now hold on.
Yeah, cave his head in.
One more, perhaps?
At least.
Please do afford me the sublime honor of enjoying your visitation in the nearest future.
Yeah, sure.
So again, why do we just let this guy, like, walk around and, like, live? When he's, you know, clearly in league with the bad guy. Ow! Hi, Skyjack. It's 4 time. Yay! There was an egg in the vor. Whale has a massive overbite. He needs to go see an orthodontist. Get some braces on those chompers, dude. Oh yeah, there's the honey speedway. I remember that being one of my favorite levels, I think only for the music. I mean, aesthetically it's really cool, so, I mean... But I think it was part of the demo that I played, or whatever. Something like that. Because we used to have a subscription to the old PlayStation magazine, and they would always send demo discs. They would have like a whole shitload of different game demos on it. Some of them would only just be like basically game trailers. So
Try again, Spyro. This power-up can make you invincible.
yeah, shut up. I know what they do. Oh. Okay, well I immediately fucked that up. Stewart. His name is Ted, and he has glasses. He was the Unabomber. Oh yeah, we still have to do all the Sparks levels. We haven't done those yet. So I think we have to unlock them or whatever after we beat the game. Or something. I don't actually remember how they become available. Why is he pointing straight down? Probably because it's down here. Perhaps. Somewhere? What? Can I go in there? Can I go down somehow? What am I missing? Sparks, your directions are confusing, sir. Crack? Oh. No. Oh, there we go. Okay. I think we got everything here. Alright, let's just go here. Let's go to Boat World. You may have passed it about 6 times? Yeah, that's not surprising.
Parts, little dragon. There being more ghosts in this here shipyard than I can shake my pick at. Darn shame, too, because I was mighty close to finding my treasure.
It would not be the first time that I have just gone straight past, you know, the solution or way forward like a million times without realizing it, so. I'm still haunted thinking about how many potential upgrades that I missed out on in Evil West because I didn't find the right secret path or whatever. Because some of the perks you can only get by opening the chests in like side paths, and so I'm sitting. It's been kind of rent free in my head, like, oh god, what have I missed? But it's not too much of a concern. I'm not like worried about like 100% super completing the game on stream. I'll probably play through the game like 100 more times when I'm done. I'm thinking about maybe if, I don't know, maybe set like another pepperoni goal or like a donation goal to do the true death mode. Try to beat the game on that. But that might be a bit of a long shot, because that game is really fucking hard. And, you know, dying, erasing your save might be a bit much. Might be a bit much to do on stream. Unless maybe it lets us do like a new game plus thing with it. And we have all the upgrades, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Not totally sure how it works. It's just the thing that sucks with some games is like, I always try to look for the side pass and, you know, explore and get the optional stuff. But sometimes you just get those games where like you can't tell the difference between like, okay, what is the path they clearly want me to go down for progression, and what's the side path. But I suppose you're supposed to kind of figure some of that out on multiple playthroughs. Which, you know, is fine, but kind of sucks when you miss stuff. When a game asks me if I want to continue? What do you mean? I'm not sure I've experienced this.
Some fool hid a daggum egg in my treasure.
Like, oh man, am I done here? Tacitly telling you it's progression? I'm still not really sure what you mean. Like the game literally telling you, like giving you a thing that says, hey, do you want to keep going, or what? Or are you talking about just like instinctually? Game literally telling you? I see. I don't know that I've played any games that do that. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Get out of here. Ugh. Like, I know some games like will tell you, hey, this is the point of no return or whatever. But I don't think I've ever played a game that, like, I don't know, tells you what is and isn't progressing the story. I know some MMOs will be like, oh, this is a story quest, but oh. a lot. Are you ready to go? Just the same vibe. I see what you mean. Yeah. Oh, is this the shitty fucking It is. It's the fucking skateboard race. I hate this. I hate this one so much, dude. I'm stuck.
Spyro, you're just in time. A Rhinox skateboard gang's challenged us to a race. They said you're slower than a molten crater So, are you ready to race these guys? Right on! You can use my special racing board. Every time you do a trick, it builds up turbocharge. You can use your turbo.
Skateboard hater? Probably in the minority there? No, I don't like the skateboard segments in this game at all. I'm just worrying about collecting the gems right now. Not bothering with the race. What? Okay, so that part of the wall just sends you straight in the fucking air, I guess? I want to get the gems, please. Oh, I have to do multiple laps anyway, so... This looks kind of unpolished. I wouldn't say unpolished, it's just these were never designed well to begin with. Like, this sucked in the original, so there wasn't much for them to do. Dude, I just want to get on the fucking ramp, please. Can it stop checkpointing me after the ramp? I want the fucking just one gem. Jesus Christ. Okay, I guess I have to find somewhere where I can turn around. Yeah, no, these bits are easily the worst part of the game. And that wasn't even enough height. Okay. You know, this is like my probably third playthrough of this game, and I think I've liked this game less every time I've played it, just because of the fucking skateboarding. Like, why they felt the need to include so much of it, I don't know. Like, what is with the fucking turn radius, dude? Can I genuinely don't know the expectation here. Like, how am I... This sucks, dude. Can I actually not make that jump? What's the fucking intended way to get up here, then? Oh my god, this fucking blows, dude. I wish at the very least it would let me do it, like, on foot so I can get the fucking gems first. There we go. All that for one gem. That was very janky. Man, I suppose if by unpolished you mean just sucks gameplay-wise, you're absolutely correct. Like, why would that have broken my board? I landed... whatever. I forgot if you land within, like, 1 degree of being tilted, you just kind of die. Oh, okay. Okay, cool steering. Thank you.
Sheesh. All right.
Okay. I don't know why it just sometimes randomly turns Spyro backwards when you do a trick.
Sheesh.
Oh my god, are you kidding? Nice. Yeah, if it spawns you in that spot, you can't get enough speed to jump over that little pond unless you have turbo. That's nice of them. Sarcasm.
Yes!
Well, we did it. Don't make us do it
Now
again.
the Rhinox are gone, do you want to try a real challenge? I know you're fast, but I bet you can't defeat... Alright!
This fucking sucks. I don't want to fucking do this. This sounds like ass. Okay, well. Okay, missed that one. Okay. Just noticed the crab counter? Yeah. I had to kill all of them and then also win the race. Thankfully, it was easier than it seemed.
Sheesh, I can't believe you beat me. You must have been practicing the whole time while I thought you were just looking for eggs. Hey, speaking of which, one of those crabs was guarding this one.
Stole that crab's child. Yeah? Pretty cool how that worked. Or rather, didn't work. Oh yeah, it doesn't let me use sparks to find gems while you're on the skateboard, so if I missed any, I'm not gonna know about it. I think I may have gotten them all, so... Just doing another lap to check. Yeah, I think I did. Can I leave? Please? Would like to not be here anymore. Yeah, I'm really starting to think that Spyro 2 was just like perfect. Like, this game just has so many unnecessary additions that just I just feel like don't add anything. Like, at the very least, like, the orb missions in the levels had something to do with the actual level itself, you know? Rather than adding in some stupid-ass gimmick. Kinda how I feel with Crash 3? I don't know, but, like... I don't mind Crash 3, though. Because at the very least, like, it's not unusual for Crash to have, like, vehicle levels, you know? Well, I mean, relatively. I mean, in the other ones, it's mostly just, like, the polar bear or whatever. But, you know, kind of same shit, different pile, you know what I mean? I find Crash 3 more satisfying to play and get 100% in than the other two. Casually, you know, just playing through the games, you know, maybe 1 and 2 are better, but I don't know. I understand why people have issues with Crash 3, I just don't agree with it. My issue with Spyro 3 is just you spend so much time not being Spyro. Like, you have all these stupid side character gimmick levels, which, you know, they're mostly fine. Like, they're not that bad. But, you know, you have to do all that. And then you have to do these fucking skateboarding things, which, you know, control absolutely nothing like Spyro does. Normally. And, you know, it just makes it a pain in the ass. Like, unnecessarily pain in the ass.
These here waters used to be my favorite diving spot. But I... Yeah, dead.
Yeah, shut up. I'm after Jim's, old man. I like Kangaroo Lady stuff. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the levels are okay. It's just, when I play a Spyro game, I want to play Spyro. I don't want to play 7 other characters, right? Like, with the Crash 3 remaster, them letting you... I don't know if they let you in 1 and 2, but being able to play as Coco, I think is really nice. I think that they should... I think that them including her more in the actual game is nice. Because I like her as a character, I like her design and everything. You know, she plays pretty much more or less identically to Crash. There's a few minor animation differences, and I think there's, like, some differences in, like, I don't know, like their frames or something like that. You know, some minor differences, but, you know, nothing like... You're not playing an entirely different character, you're just playing, you know, essentially reskinned Crash. They made her prettier in this game? I mean, they kind of just updated her design. I mean, she's certainly prettier than the PlayStation 1, because, I mean... Well, hold on. If we want to look at how she looked in the originals, I mean... She's pretty polygonal and ugly. But more or less she actually looks almost the same. Like, they did a really good job of making her design, like, you know, modernized. Let me just grab it here. Like, if you look at the difference, it's kind of hard to tell what the hell is going on with her in the original, but more or less it looks pretty much the same. I from Although from the remaster to Crash 4, I think they did kind of change her design a bit, and I really like the way she looks in Crash 4. Like, not gonna lie. I think she's really cute. I really like her design in Crash 4. Oh, well, I was talking about the kangaroo in Spyro 3? Oh. See, I was still talking about Coco, so I thought that's what you meant. But, yeah. I don't know, Coco looks really good in 4, though. But yeah, the kangaroo was just kind of nothing in the original. So, like, I guess anything would be prettier. Because if you look... Hold on. If you look at PS1 Sheila, like, what do you do with this? They made her look like a real character in this version. So yes, she's prettier, but I wouldn't say it was, like, excessive, you know? Like, the difference is pretty staggering. Like, I feel like there were definitely some furries on the team for this. I won't lie about that, especially when you look at Alora from Spyro 2 and, like, the fawns. They did not need to make the fawns look so hot, okay? just saying. But, like, she's just nothing. She's just a kangaroo. She doesn't look like a character, you know what I mean? Like, she looks more like an NPC than she does, you know, something you play as. Or, like, that matters to the story. Like, that's the thing that I like about the Spyro remasters, is they gave all of the characters, like, actual personality in their designs. You know, the characters had personality, but they didn't have... They didn't have that personality in their model, because they were so limited. You know what I mean? But that's kind of unavoidable with PlayStation 1. Like, there's only so much you can do. And especially when, you know, Spyro has all the polygons basically to himself in PlayStation 1, you know? Oh, I can't pick them up while I'm in the thing. I mean, all things considered, I would say that the original Crash games, Coco does look pretty good for the time in those. Like, they managed to still give their designs lots of personality, despite them being so polygonal. Where are you, little fucker? Come here. I do think that Coco looks like shit in Crash of the Titans.
You got some mean sub-driving skills. Why don't you have this here egg as a reward?
Hot take, but I think that anyone that thinks Mind Over Mutant is better than the original Crash of the Titans is full of shit. That game fucking sucks dick. And I think that the cutscenes carry that game, and that's unfortunately not saying a lot. I think this remaster required more work than Crash. Probably. I probably did, yeah. But like the Crash one, they did first, right?
Well, I hate to ask
And there was definitely some stuff they could have done better, but I think they kind of took all that from the Crash remaster and put all of that work into this. Because visually, I think the remastered Spyro games are perfect. And I appreciate them trying to be like basically as one-to-one as humanly possible. The only complaints I have is them making Spike way too fucking easy in this game. Like, I don't know why they just made him such a pushover. Like, he's supposed to be the second boss in the game. There's supposed to be a difficulty spike there. But Buzz is harder than he is. And he's the first boss. And that doesn't make sense. There's supposed to be a progression there, you know? And I remember when the remasters came out, there was a big complaint about that. And that kind of started this whole fucking war about, like, oh, the accessibility or whatever. But, like, Spike wasn't, like, prohibitive in any way, so, even in the original. So I don't know what the big complaint was. Like, by and large, this is still a kid's game. Like, I beat the game when I was, like, 6 years old. If people are having that much trouble, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, all of the bosses in these games adhere to strict patterns that they repeat over and over again. If you can't learn them, then I don't think that's an issue of, you know, needing to change the difficulty of the boss. That's literally a skill issue. Like sure, if he was like complete bullshit and was just spamming all kinds of crap you can't avoid, then yeah, obviously, but that's not how he was in the original. He was hard because he was, like, you know, more unforgiving than the other bosses. He was fast, you know, like his response to, like, the dropping of the power orbs or whatever was much faster, and he would chase you more in the original. But in this, it's like he doesn't react at all. He doesn't do anything. Like, I could understand, like, ironing out some maybe, like, buggy interactions or balancing some parts that were less fair. But just straight up making it, like, a pushover, like, you can basically beat the boss with your eyes closed, I don't think that's right. Because then I think you're taking away from the spirit of why there's bosses in the game in the first place. You know, there's supposed to be, like, a difficulty gate there, you know? But everyone was like, oh, but you know, but like, I don't know, people were arguing in favor of them making it like super easy, but then they made Gulp and Buzz way harder. So it's like, well, why couldn't we leave Spike the same? I agreed with their decision to make Buzz more difficult, because in the original, you could literally just spam headbutt him into the lava over and over again, and he literally couldn't even have a chance to react. Like, you could just kill him so easily. Which is basically what Spike is now. Like, you can just cheese him, like, in 2 seconds. Which is good for speedrunners, but... I don't know. I think difficulty really only ever becomes an issue of accessibility when it's like just blatantly unfair, or, you know, the average person cannot be reasonably expected to progress without, you know, excessive challenge, you know? Like, I don't know, if it was an issue with the controls, or like I said, like it was just like excessively buggy or unfair, then yeah, I would agree. But I don't think that was the case. Because they make Crush harder in the second game as well. So like when something's too easy, they have no problem increasing the difficulty, but for some reason Spike was just like this big contentious issue for people, and it was like, okay. I think some people massively overreacted to them nerfing his difficulty, for sure, because, you know, Twitter is Twitter, and we don't even want to fucking talk about Reddit. Reddit people are just fucking psychopaths. And personally, I don't think anyone should listen to Reddit for anything, because, like, Reddit is literally just, like, this fucking cesspool petri dish of the most elitist fucking weirdos. It's like normie 4chan, you know? It's like the opposite end of that extreme. Where, like, you know, 4chaners are more of the more unhinged people, whereas Reddit is just like the normies that are like, oh, get good, watch 6 hours of cutscenes God of War people, you know? And like, I agree, not everything needs to be like fucking Dark Souls, you know? But I want some kind of challenge in my games, and, you know, even games that are targeted at kids can have difficulty and challenge in them. Like, I mean, what the fuck else would, like... I don't think anyone would really argue that a puzzle game is inaccessible because the puzzles are difficult. But for some reason, when it comes to, like, bosses in, like, Spyro or Dark Souls, that's when it becomes a problem. You know? And I know they're not the same thing, but to me that seems strange. Because puzzles can literally be completely prohibitively hard, because there's gonna be some people who just straight up can't do them. But, you know, I don't know, puzzle games just aren't for everyone. I hate puzzle games. I can't stand them. I think they're boring. I don't like sitting there for 10 minutes doing nothing while trying to figure out some stupid fucking slide puzzle. Also, fuck slide puzzles. Fucking stupid ass sliding tile puzzles in RuneScape. Like, fuck off. It's just so cancer. Like, I don't like Sudoku. I don't like fucking... I don't know. Like, I totally agree that there are definitely things that can be done to improve games like Dark Souls and stuff like that, to make them, you know, accessible to people, but I don't necessarily think that difficulty is the thing to address, because challenges can be overcome as long as they're fair. If they're outright unfair, yes, I agree, that's a problem. Because there's certainly some games out there that are just fucking stupid and have no idea how to balance their game's difficulty, and are just, like, unplayable a lot of the time. And, you know, that's kind of when it's like, okay, this is totally a problem. Like, the main issue I had with, like, you know, games like Call of Duty on the higher difficulties, there's not really, like... the game itself isn't really more difficult. I mean, it is, but it's not, like... It's not like because the AI is smarter. It's just you die in one hit and the enemies are fucking sponges. I mean, I think bullet sponge kind of comes from from those games. I think that's kind of where the term was coined. Don't quote me on that. I could be talking out of my ass, but... And that's just not fair. Like just making an enemy take like 10 hours to kill and you die instantly, I don't think that that's fair. Like, I don't think that's a good way to balance difficulty. Like, if there's ways to sort of defend yourself and like evade and counter enemies' moves that would otherwise one-shot you, I don't think it's that much of an issue. I think it's less of a problem in those cases. But if it's like Call of Duty where like all you can really do is like take cover and just kind of wait to like shoot them, there's not much you can do to like you're not dodging bullets and shit or like parrying their guns. You know what I mean? Like there's no adaptation there. If a game wants to be really hard, they need to give you ways to adapt to the difficulty. That's just my thoughts. I don't know. This wasn't supposed to turn into like a long ass fucking discussion. I'm just still a little salty that they made Spike so easy. Like you guys saw me go against Buzz and Gulp, and I still struggled with it a bit. I got past it. I mean, I struggled with Gulp because I was trying to do it without taking a single hit, right? For the skill point, and that's like a whole different story. But doing it casually, even still, I kind of, you know, there was a little bit of struggle there because it was challenging, and I like that, you know, because then it makes the boss feel more impactful and memorable. Like, you know, the reason I remember Spike so much is because of how difficult he was. But it wasn't like, oh, I could never get past him. It was just, you know, the difficulty comparison between Buzz and Spike in the original was just crazy. I remember all the raid bosses that killed my WoW guilds. Yeah. I mean, that's another example. Like, I think WoW raids are janky and poorly designed most of the time. They're still using the same fucking... It's so lazy and cringe to me that they use the same like shitty inaccurate JPEGs to represent, you know, where a boss's attack is gonna land. Like, that shit drives me insane. Like the fucking the crusty ass overly compressed JPEG swirlies they use for everything still. But like Final Fantasy, for example, Savage is like, if you were to compare individual bosses like from Mythic raids in WoW to Savage in Final Fantasy, I would say Savage is harder. But there are clearer indications of where abilities are going to land and what they're going to do, to the point where you don't necessarily need shit like God, what's it called? What's the thing called that like tells you when moves are coming? Fuck, like raid timers or whatever. Weak aura is more for like customizing like your character's cooldowns and shit, I think. It was another one. It's like the most popular WoW add-on. DBN, yeah, Deadly Boss Mods. That's it. You don't need that for Savage raids. There are equivalents you can get, which are technically against the rules, but you don't need them. It's, you know, whereas WoW bosses are designed around the existence of DBM, which I think is bullshit. I wish they would just fucking update the graphics and stuff and just, you know, stop reusing the same old crusty shit. Like, the amount of times we're raiding in Shadowlands, and I get hit by something that I'm nowhere fucking near because they use the same crusty ass JPEG swirly to represent everything. What am I fucking missing, dude? I am totally disoriented. What the fuck? You ever play Gunsart? I have never heard of it. But raids I've done are, I've done Mythic in WoW. I've done every level of difficulty in WoW. Savage and Final Fantasy 14. I did raids in DC Universe Online back when the game was still alive and good. Trying to think what else. I mean, bosses in MapleStory, but they're kind of not really comparable. But you know, I'm no stranger to that. I raid with a group in 14 and I don't read guides beforehand. Savageries are usually designed to be at least somewhat understandable just watching a clear video first. Yeah, and that's what I like about it. Like, you don't need something like DBM because everything is clear, and you know, if you know what you're doing, you could potentially get through a fight in one go, like first try, if you're paying enough attention. You cannot do that with WoW. Where is it asking me to go? I don't understand. How many gems am I missing? 15. Like, I certainly would not expect anyone to first try Savage, like, ever, because that shit is just hard. But, you know, when the design and the visuals are clear, you know, it helps. That is what I would argue is kind of an accessibility thing, is having clear indications of things that are happening. You know, whether it's through, you know, the animations or whatever, or just straight up ability indicators. But like, you know, and having recognizable patterns and things like that. So the weird fight everyone got into over Spike, like, was so just misplaced. Like, it's so the wrong game to be arguing about, because it, like, Spike was never a problem. Oh yeah, I think the biggest difference is that FF14 has a lot of different indicators for like when to stack or run the fuck away. Yeah. Whereas like WoW, you had to sit there and basically read a fucking Wikipedia article in your boss journal or whatever the fuck in order to understand when something is a stack and when something isn't. Because every single move in WoW uses the same fucking low poly swirly JPEG. And it's like, okay, how the fuck do I know what to do with this? What am I fucking missing? I don't understand. Ear? What ear? Early 14 had that issue too, actually? Yeah. But they iron that shit out, like, and that's good. Like, and I mean, at the end of the day, it's gonna be impossible to make everything doable by everyone. Unless you just make it like some piss easy kids game, you know? Like, that isn't to say we shouldn't be, like, adding stuff to, like, make shit more discernible or something like that. Like, if it's, you know, like, having colorblind modes and stuff like that, I think that's pretty important. But, you know, if say, you're... Sometimes you can kind of circumvent the need for that if your design philosophy is, like, clear enough that it becomes unnecessary. Because, you know, things like the silhouettes and, hey, I seriously don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go for these gems. I really don't. I have no idea where I'm going. Like, he keeps pointing behind one of these walls, and I genuinely don't know where I'm supposed to fucking go. Like, what am I doing here? Like, I feel like it's wherever that fucking whirligig is, but or whirlwind is, but I don't know how to get there. I seriously don't understand. Bark. This is just a dead end in here. Can you just fly to it? No, I can't get enough distance. Like, I don't have enough height to do it. And I keep having to fucking backtrack. Now it's pointing over here, but it's also pointing over there. I don't understand. Honestly, I just think the level design in 3 is just worse than 2. Just in general. It's probably some enemies we haven't killed, I don't know. I genuinely don't know what we're missing here. Like, this is actually getting really frustrating because I genuinely don't know where the fuck these gems are. Or how to get to them. I thought they were in one of the other areas, but when I went in there, it just pointed back out the portal, so I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. Like, there's nothing under here. Oh my fucking god, dude. Trying to find a guide, but these are not clear. Like, what the fuck does it want me to do? Like, okay, let's go back out this way, eh? Okay, there's that. Now what? Like, what is he pointing at? It's gotta be in there, but I don't know how the fuck to get in there. Dragon, that the thing you sent me, that was the one that I just did though. Wherever this last fucking gem is, I don't know how to get to it. Guess let's see if the map tells us. I'm only missing 5. Like, it's a single gem. Oh my god. Like, how do I get up there? Is there a fucking wall I have to break? Or I have to get under here somehow? But, like, you can't get up here fast enough with the power-up. So I don't know what it expects me to do. Okay. This is my least favorite level in the game, by the way. In case you couldn't tell. Yeah, you have to go in here. I don't know how the fuck you get there fast enough, though. Like, the power-up does not last long enough to get over there. Did you jump off the plank onto the ledge there? Maybe? You can try. But, like, it looked way too far. Like, I gotta be real with you, if it's something really stupid that I'm just not getting here, that's gonna be really fucking embarrassing. Like, if you're talking, oh my fucking god, if you're talking about this ledge over there, no, you can't reach it. Fuck off! maybe this way, yeah? Okay, there we go. Jesus, that was fucking painful. Yeah, I don't know. I think that the level design in Spyro 2 overall is just better. Like, sure, it's a bit more linear, but I think that Spyro 3 kind of goes against that, but to its detriment. There's just too much shit to do. Like, it just takes too long. I mean, that was my own fault, but I think just in general, like, shit's too fucking scattered.
Spyro, we urgently need your help. The evil cat wizards of Belenia have stormed our castle and captured our princess. If
Prince Asriel. Undertale? Like, I'm really wondering if there's anything where they talk about this game, because I wonder if this game was rushed, because some parts do feel like it was.
hurry, Spyro.
Because, like, there's no level cutscenes like there was in Spyro 2. There's too much shit. Just random shit that they make you do. It doesn't feel as creative. The levels look nice and everything, like they're fine, but and I'm talking in terms of, like, you know, the original, not saying the remaster was poorly done or anything. The remaster's fine, but they only had so much to work with, you know what I mean?
Hurry, Spyro.
Like, how far apart did the games come out? Arrow 2 original came out in 1999. Oh yeah, they came out basically a year and 1 month apart. Development for Spyro Year of the Dragon spanned about 10.5 months. Oh yeah, and the games have the games have dynamic difficulty as well, which was, in the words of the CEO of Insomniac, invented to even out the gameplay difficulty curve for players with different abilities. That was already a thing in the game, so I don't know why they felt the need to, like, turbo nerf Spike. Like, they already had a system in place to make the game more accessible to people. So, I don't know. Weird. The levels were made much larger than those in Spyro 2. so that more areas for minigames could be added. To prevent player confusion on where to go next, these areas were designed to load separately from the main hubs. Price stated the addition of critters was a way to make the game more enjoyable and varied instead of just adding more moves for Spyro. I don't know, it doesn't say anything about, like, because, like, it feels like some of these levels just aren't that well designed. Some reviewers found the sound to be well done, but nothing extraordinary, arguing that the background music and sound effects were both fairly generic. I agree. I think Spyro 3's music overall, aside from the boss tracks, are not as good as Spyro 2. Like legit, I can tell what level each song in Spyro 2 is from just by listening to the music. Spyro 3, I can't, because so much of it just sounds the same. Like, I don't know. This probably just sounds a lot like I'm trying to justify why I don't like this game as much, but I don't know. It's just a feeling I get that just... I don't know. I get that they were trying to make it so that the game was not just a repeat of the previous one, but, like, I feel like they could have done that without it being, you know, so gimmicky. Like...
Well, Spyro, today is your lucky day.
And I know games did not take nearly as long to make back then, so maybe I'm wrong, but it does seem like they did more in less time and kind of took away from the overall feeling of the game. Because like it said, like, oh, the levels are bigger and there's more mini games and stuff, but I feel like that to me feels like the game, like the resources were spread too thin, you know? And I know this was like the last Spyro game they would ever make, and the reason cited was that they felt like there was nothing more they could do with the character, which I kind of get, you know, and I imagine that's probably a good reason why we might not get another Spyro game, unless it's like a complete diversion from the formula, you know, which is why the Legend of Spyro series is so weird and different, because, like, I don't know, maybe there's just not enough you can do with Spyro as a platformer anymore. Maybe they should make a Spyro, like, character action game. Like fucking Devil May Cry, but for Spyro. That'd actually be kind of sick, not gonna lie. Have like similar combat to like the Legend of Spyro, but, you know, make it more fluid and dynamic and shit, and just turn it into Spyro May Cry, you know? I don't know. See, and I've said before, like, I would love a new Spyro game, but at the same time, I don't know what they would do. I don't have any ideas for what they could do. I think more can be done with Spyro. I'm sure there is, I just can't, I don't know.
Hi, Spyro. Isn't Prince Asriel just the dreamiest? The other fairies and wizards won't let us get married, so we're going to...
Dude, she's gonna marry a cat. Like, I don't know, maybe they could make it more of like an adventure game kind of thing, like what they did with like Crash 4 is kind of, you know, still retains some of the traditional Crash formula, but is more like, yeah. I don't know if that's lazy. That might just be the best thing to do, because I genuinely, I don't think they could do another Spyro game like the originals without it just being repetitive. Which is literally the original reason why they stopped making the games, because they just felt like there was nothing more to do.
Good day, Spyro. I'd like to stay and chat, but I'm late for a,
I mean, lazy because I'm not thinking of something new other than exactly what they did with Crash, yeah. But I don't think that's a bad idea, though.
Where have you been, James? We were supposed to meet in the temple an hour ago. And don't give me that old matters of national security line again. I guess it doesn't matter, though. The whole temple is full of nasty cat witch...
Damn. Sergeant Bird getting dates. Now, what I would really like to see is a new medieval game. Medieval.
Oh, I see those...
I think they could definitely do more with him.
After all. Well, I just hope
Those games are really good. I think there's a lot they could do. Bark.
I must admit, James, I am impressed. There are still a few witches left, though, and this time they mean business. They eat.
Can you just target the fucking thing, please? Thank you. Where's the last one? Oh, there it is.
You did it, James! Oh, I knew you weren't the leader of the hummingbird resistance movement for nothing. Now we have the
I think a Spyro game could do more of a narrative through line without changing genre too much gameplay wise. I suppose. But that's kind of what I mean. Like, would we want the exact same kind of gameplay? Like, would we want just like, would adding more story to, you know, a drawn out platformer game be good? Because I'm not sure, because that's kind of what they did with Legend of Spyro. It was still a platformer, more or less. They changed the gameplay up a little with like having combat and whatever, but you know, I don't know, like, would we just be making another Legend of Spyro game, or would we be making another Spyro game? Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, what would we do? Like, if we wanted to keep it more of the traditional style, what would they do other than just making yet another platforming game? Sometimes more of the same is cool. Hell, how many Ratchet games are those? Yeah, but they all introduce something new and different. The Spyro games don't, other than mini games. That's kind of what my concern is. Like Ratchet is more of the same but different. You know, each game has its own sort of standout difference. Like, Ratchet 1 is just more of a straightforward platformer. There's not much in the way of, like, upgrading or anything like that. Like, there are upgrades you can get, but it's nothing like Ratchet 2 introduces the nanotech system, where you... Fucking God. I hate these stupid cats. It's so hard to react to their attack. And then Spyro 3 has more of that, but like, okay, you can upgrade to level 10 your weapons, you know? You know, and it had the vehicles and stuff. And then Ratchet Deadlocked was more of an arena combat game, which I know a lot of people didn't like, but personally, I think that Deadlocked is underrated. I think Deadlocked is genuinely very good. Can you fuck off with this, like, instant projectile shit? Yeah, Jack and Daxter did the same thing, pretty much, yeah. Like, each of the Ratchet games did their own thing and added something new to the series without, like, changing too much. Without, like, going too far out of what the game was. But I think Spyro has the issue of not changing enough, or, like, really only adding gimmicks. Like the mini games and the character levels. Like, the character levels I think are an okay addition, but like I said, it feels too much like not... I don't know. It just feels too scatterbrained to me. Like, they didn't know what they wanted to do. So they just kind of threw whatever ideas they had, you know?
I just bought some Insta-Sprout Ultra Super Grow seeds from a bear with a bag of gems. He said they were magic, but I can't make them do anything. You can have a couple if you like.
And like, the thing with Spyro 2, the levels had this thing where they were more or less like interconnected, like Zephyr and Breeze Harbor, for example. They had individual stories, but they were connected to each other. Same with Robotica Farms and Metropolis. You know, just things like that. You know, they had a clear idea of how they wanted things to connect and play out. And that's why I think that, you know, Ripto... I keep pressing the wrong fucking button. I think Ripto is a stronger villain than the Sorceress, like, character-wise. But yeah, I don't know. I think Ratchet Deadlocked is an excellent game. I think it's very fun. Because it just takes everything that's fun about Ratchet combat and just gives you that. It just gives you more of that. And that's awesome. I want more of that, you know what I mean? Like, an arena arcade fighting game makes sense for Ratchet. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? Is there another seed that I'm missing? There's another seed? Like, Spyro 3 just kind of feels like a too many cooks in the kitchen kind of thing, in my opinion. They try to do too much, spread too thin, so kind of just feels like with how much they tried to do with it, it took away from the best parts of Spyro, you know? Oh my god, I'm fucking blind. And that's on me. That's on me, man. That's nobody's fault but mine. Plus, like, I don't think Ratchet is necessarily comparable because with a game where the focus is on like weapon variety and like crazy gadgets and upgrades and stuff like that, there's so much more potential for like new games. There's so much more you can do because there's always going to be more ideas for weapons. There's always going to be different upgrades and shit you can do. But there's only so much platforming you can add to a game before it just gets like, ugh. like maybe if we started giving like a Spyro different, you know, more powers and stuff. And I feel like they tried to do that with Enter the Dragonfly, and maybe they could take some of the principles they attempted with Enter the Dragonfly and just, you know, make it not shit. Then maybe we could get a good game. I don't know. I guess just me personally, I'm not game design inclined enough to really come up with a good idea for a new Spyro game, you know? I'd love a new Jack and Daxter game. Or a new Jack game, or whatever. Whatever you want to call it now. Yeah, like, I feel like if they applied the same kind of principles that they did to Crash 4 to Spyro, I think they could make a decent game. But I think they would have to branch out from... I think they would have to branch out from the Spyro formula a bit in order to make something good. I don't think that a new Spyro just existing as Spyro does in the originals, I don't think it would do well. That's just kind of my thought. If that knocked me off the fucking map, I was gonna be fucking mad, dude. Yeah, that's clearly not right. Can't jump up on these mushrooms on their own. How do I get up? Nice, what a pain. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of the Zephyr puzzle again. How did I not see those? Okay. Benjamin. What? I could have sworn I was supposed to be able to get on top of that. Not certain what this is supposed to be for. I guess that? Oh. I see what I'm supposed to do here. Did they really put this entire fucking super fire power up just to kill those two cats? Is that all that was for? Okay. Is it just that thingy left? Yes. I believe so. Yeah, I gotta be real with you. My desire to play this game for a super long time is kind of waning at this point, and I did not see where that fucking jar went. I wasn't paying attention. Fuck. Oh, there it is. Okay. I need to actually look. Who would have thought paying attention would be helpful? Wild. And then I didn't pay attention again. Did I even get it? Am I being stupid? Oh, I did. I guess it's further back. You're always backtracking with them anyway, so probably safe bet I can find it. If I would not get stuck on random geometry, of course. I also haven't eaten, so I'm a little sleepy, despite how much caffeine I've had. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck the jar went. God damn it. Is it up here? No, this is where it started. Why would it be up here? I looked at chat during the cutscene, and now I don't know where the fuck it is. Oh, it's down here. I walked past it. I didn't see where it went again. Okay. It's right in front of me. Okay. I'm not looking at chat. Not looking at chat. Not looking at chat. Not looking at it. I'm not. Okay. I need fucking streamer debuff, dude. I swear. Thank you, Daco. 9 times out of 10 that I fuck shit up like this, it's because I'm looking at chat. And obviously, when you're not paying attention, you don't see things. Copium? Yeah. Shut up. Shut up. It's true though, when you're paying attention to something else, you're not paying attention to the thing you're supposed to be paying attention to. God, how many levels do I have left in this area? Good God. We have Bentley's Outpost, Frozen Altars, Fireworks Factory, Starfish Reef, Honey Speedway. Okay. I've been lurking, don't mind me. All good. All good, sir. I don't know, let's just get the Speedway out of the way. I can't even be fucking bothered to do the predictions. I'm so checked out, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Get over here. After this level, I'm going to take like a 5-minute break and see about getting something to eat. Because I can tell you, I'm not going to make it another hour if I don't eat something. I think I fucked up. I think I fucked up. Yeah. Not enough time because I missed the stank-ass bee. Oh, so yeah, I do really like the track for this speedway. But to be honest, really only like this level, Fireworks Factory, and the boss OSTs are really the only ones that are very memorable for me with the third game. That's what I mean, like Spyro 2 is just perfection. Like, all the tracks are iconic and fit perfectly to the levels they're in. They're identifiable. Each level has their own little story to it. You know, with each level having an introduction and ending cutscene and everything. Crush, Gulp, and Ripto just being essentially just the perfect designs for bosses for these kinds of games. And I mean, Buzz, Spike, Scorch, and are really good too, so I don't fault them too much. But I think the level design just feels I don't know, lazier. Oh, you know, I forgot. We didn't even do Country Speedway. We have to go back and do that. I gotta be real with you. Would any of you be upset if I just didn't bother 100%ing this anymore? I'm really not feeling it that much now. You don't even really get anything exciting at the end for it. You just get some bonus levels and that's it. Fuck me. Yeah, it'd be alright? Okay. Good. I can't be bothered. I mean, obviously, if I'm not enjoying the fucking game anymore, I shouldn't force myself. I'll force myself if it's funny, like with Ape Escape 2, but you guys have to make up for your end of it too. You gotta contribute those peps. No peps, no game. You want me to suffer, you better pay good money for it. What? Did it not give me the power up? Hello? Holy shit, Blanca. Dragon. You guys are way too motivated to make me play that game. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, it's my own fault. And like I said, as long as the suffering is funny, that's what matters, right? There's a big difference between, you know, me being bored and, you know, me screaming my head off at a fucking kid's game. You know, I had a dream about those fucking poles from Ape Escape 2 that I had to jump across. I had a fucking dream about that. That shit is like actually like rent free in my brain because of how much it fucking sucks. The stairs, man, the fucking stairs. Fucking, that's what purgatory looks like. It's my own personal hell. It's just being permanently stuck sliding down the stairs over and over. Ugh, fuck off. I don't want this anymore. I can't be bothered. I'm actually just getting bored of this game. That's the sad part. I like the game, but like I feel like 100%ing it once is more than enough. Spyro 2 I'll never get enough of. Spyro 2 is just perfect. It's honestly a perfect game. Like, I seriously, I don't have any complaints. Have to do stank-ass Bentley level. But yeah, I'm gonna pause here. And I'm gonna Let's see if I can get some food.
I will gladly help you on your quest, Spyro. But first, I must attend to my young sibling. I'm afraid.
Okay. Let's hit the BRB screen here. Okay, we're back temporarily. Food will be ready in like 10 minutes here, so we'll get something to eat then.
A swift smack should do the trick.
I don't know why I'm bothering with the gems. I don't care anymore.
If you use your spin move to deflect.
My spin move. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I just don't... The music just... ain't as good. It was a broken record, but... Really? I can't jump that. Oh, I have to kill all of these dudes to get them to move over here. Can you do the thing, please? Wow. There's Michael Jackson.
Thanks, bro.
We did it! Yay! You dumbass. Yeah, I don't think we can... We do still have to do every level in the area, so... Can't skip any.
Welcome to Frozen Altars, Spyro.
Hey, at least it means we don't have to do the shitty Sparks levels. Well, I don't know, they're not that bad. They're pretty quick, more or less, but... Oh yeah, I have Ice Breath for this level. The music for this level is pretty good, though. Probably the best song that isn't a boss.
Some bear sold us a laser defense system to protect us from Rhinox. But with these flippers, I can't even turn it on. You'd have no trouble using it, though. Just walk inside when you're done.
But I like those ones? Which ones? What do you mean? Sparks levels? I don't know. They're fine. Again, they're fine. It's just like too much shit in the game. Like dude, that snowman was like fearing for his life. Also, I lied. Fireworks Factory is the best level music. But this one's pretty good. Everything else is pretty meh. This almost sounds like something that would be in MapleStory. I'm sure it would be, but I just killed the thing that I could have stood on. Because quite frankly, I do not care. Oh, here it is. Where's the last snowman, though? Was that it? Am I dumb? Oh, in here.
Thanks for helping out.
Jana. Wow. I think we have more than enough eggs to finish the game anyway, so we won't have to do much backtracking, I think. Oh, but we still have a whole other hub world! And it's the worst one, too.
Hello. I thought you might be hungry.
Thanks. Did you bring any chips?
I'm sorry this happened, but I tried to warn you.
I had to help Spyro rescue the eggs.
You just don't understand. If we don't bring dragons back to this world soon, all our magic will be lost.
The dragons used to live here?
Yes, this was their original home. But a long, long time ago, the sorceress banished them to the other side of the world. She didn't realize the dragons were the source of all our magic.
Maybe I could convince the dragons to come back, if you let me go.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Ow. Alright, time for the best level in the game. Like, they went so hard on this track and then just fucking didn't give a shit for any of the others.
Hello, it's good to see you again, Spyro. That naughty sorceress has stolen the professor's rocket plans, and I'm on a secret mission to find them.
I honestly hate listening to you speak, so I'm just gonna skip all your dialogue. I'm sorry, kid. He actually just got vaporized.
It looks like you'll have to use this.
Oh no, the bunny is cute. Yeah, she's really good. That hurt my eyes. A little too close to that. Ow.
It looks like. Hey! If you see Hansel, tell him I.
What is this? There's an Agent 9 level down there that we are not doing. We done? We done yet? Can I go to the rocket now? Scorch's music is really good though.
That's it! I've had enough! I'm going to create a monster to end all monsters! And I'm going to send it out to destroy all the dragons, even the little hatchlings. Yes, yes! It will smash them and crush them and grind them and tear them. Oh, yes! Smear them and smush them and crack them and crease them! Let me out of here, you!
But, won't that kill them?
It doesn't matter, as long as I can still collect their wings!
What? All this time you've only wanted them for their wings?
Of course, you ignorant girl! I need them for a spell so I can live forever!
Wait a second. A spell?
What did you think I was going to do with all those dragons? Open a zoo?
Ooh, if I had my blaster, you'd be singing a different tune! You know what I mean?
You said just keeping them in our world was enough. You never said you had to kill them.
I don't have to kill them. It just stops them from wriggling so much.
You're terrible. I can't believe I ever listened to you.
Stupid, insolent brat. I'll take care of her as soon as I finish off that dragon. Now, where was I? Ah, yes.
Oh, this is gonna get real ugly.
Aw man, doesn't even show them getting fucking mutated. It's like the best part of those cutscenes.
This might be our last stand, Spyro.
Yeah, shut up. It is really, really hard to aim these red rockets against those enemies. I fucking died. What? I didn't even know that could miss. Hello? Thank you. Yeah, normally, because I died once, it adjusted the difficulty so it wasn't summoning as many monsters the second time. But, what do you call it? Normally he'll summon a copy of Buzz in this fight. But yeah.
Hi, Bianca. Did you bring any more food? I'm starving.
There's no time for that, Hunter. We have to stop the sorceress. She's gonna kill all the dragon hatchlings.
Wait a minute. Why should I trust you? This could be another trap.
You're in a cage, you furry numbskull. How can I trap you by letting you out?
I don't know. You sorceress types can be sneaky.
I never thought we were going to hurt the dragons. Come on, we don't have time for this.
You did it.
Spyro, I know you don't trust me, but I want to help you stop the sorceress. There's a way to open a hidden portal to her lair.
I wonder. Do I have enough eggs to just go? I think that's the bonus level, actually. I was about to say, if I actually need to collect like 60 more eggs, I'm not doing this. I'm just gonna quit. I need 100. Okay. Oh my god, look at all the lizards. Look at them little guys.
Well, well, Spyro. Look what I have here. It's a life-size Space Monkey action figure, complete with a fully operational laser. I'd love to let him out soon. Ha ha!
Oh, please just blow Moneybag's head off. Put a hole in his brain.
Thanks, Spyro. Ooh, say, you ever see a bear dance?
No?
Well, it's your lucky day. Check this out. Quite the dancer, isn't he? Not much stamina, though. Too bad I had a lot more ammo left. Anyway, I heard all about how you've been fighting a sorceress and her armies and kicking all that butt, and I just wanted to say, huzzah! Yippee! Woohoo! Wish I could stay, but my homeworld's been overrun by Rhinox since I've been captured. If you happen to see the sorceress, tell her I'll be giving her dancing lessons real soon. Know what I mean?
You bet.
Later!
I think he's done a little too much meth. Over here, you little shit. Macon. Macon? What kind of a name is that? Evie? Oh no. Don't let the Pokemon fans know. What does shush it's a secret mean? Anyway, gonna pause for a minute and go get food. I'll be right back. I'm back. I got homemade poutine with chicken. Mmm. That's some good shit, man. Ow, it's hot. It's really hot. Owie. I know there's an egg, like, up some stairs next to the sorceress lair here. Somewhere. Up there. See? How do I get up there? I remember there being like a secret whirlwind somewhere here. Choking. Choking on little french fry bits. Poutine is so good, though. 90% of the time I hear people say they don't like poutine, it's an American that hasn't had real poutine. Because, like, some... Maybe I should chew my food. I'm dying. It's like half the time you get poutine, they just like put like shredded mozzarella or cheddar on it, and oh god, it's gross. If you ever had poutine with cheddar on it, it's actually nasty. It's not good. For some reason cheddar and gravy is just gross. Whatever. We'll do Agent 9 here. These levels are pretty quick, anyway.
What was that? Did you see a rhinoc?
This gravy is really good.
Ooh, take it from me, Spyro. Never spend a week in a cage. Next thing you know, your whole island will be knee-deep in rhinocs. Well, gotta go. Mr. Laser Blaster and I have a whole lot of work to do.
Ah, Agent 9, my favorite pupil. Welcome back to my island.
There's 3 eggs here. Ow. Dude, we Ratchet and Clank now. Where's that balloon?
A vast number of rhinocs are waiting. There's another door at the end of this beach, and rhinocs will keep coming.
Keep what?
hiding behind
What?
the display screen. I'll switch on the view pedestal, and you shoot them as they attack. I recommend using your sniper mode.
I honestly haven't been paying attention to any of the text.
You cleared them out. Let's see what kind of shape the machine room is in. I have a feeling the Rhinox haven't been.
This gravy's really good. Can't tell you how many times I've gotten poutine from someplace and their gravy is just fucking gross. Or just really bland. It's always the worst.
The machine room is overrun with
McDonald's poutine sucks.
target the birds in their nests. You'll want to use sniper mode.
Their gravy is terrible.
For pinpoint accuracy.
Like, sorry, McDonald's. That probably killed any chance of a McDonald's sponsorship I'll ever get, but
Nice work, Agent 9.
oh, you skipped right after the NPC said the Rhinox keep coming?
Dragon egg. What do you
Nice. They serve that there? Yeah, so pretty much everywhere in Canada, every fast food place has some kind of poutine.
gravitometric generator back on? I hope no birds got in here.
It is so popular, you can get it at just about any restaurant. And for good reason, this shit's good. Poutine should be available everywhere. Super interesting. I've never even had it before. Yeah. It's like a Canadian staple dish, you know? If you don't live in Canada, chances are you're not going to find it anywhere, and if you do, it's probably not going to be very good.
Expect we'll find some Rhinox wearing armor. You'll need a more powerful weapon to defeat them. By my calculations, the bombs in this
A bomb bending machine. There we go. Get out of here. Get out of my lake. Mole Greg. I have no idea what that's from. I have a lot of friends who quote that. But I have no idea what it is.
Thank you very much for saving my laboratory.
Alright, just need one more egg now. Ow. I died.
Hello, you must be Spyro.
Ow. Seem to remember, so these scorpions, or the big scorpions, use a stock sound effect that I'm pretty sure is actually just like an edited elephant noise. They use it a lot for like pterodactyl sounds too. God, remember this fucking Bayonetta final smash that just had a stock elephant sound? Just straight up. It's not even subtle. It's actually just an elephant noise. It's so funny to me. Like, they didn't even try. Okay, can I actually just leave the level, or do I have to complete the whole of this area too? Guess we'll find out. So I'm thinking we should do, like, some Binding of Isaac for League next week. Take a break from platformers for a bit. I mean, we can start Crash. I say right after I said we can take a break from platformers, but you know what I mean. Crash is fun, though.
Found enough dragon eggs for me to unlock the portal.
Okay. And now time for the most underwhelming boss of the game. Well, other than Spike. At least Spike has a good theme. At least the remastered version of Sorceress's theme is okay.
Time to kick some sorceress butt.
The old version sucks. Oh yeah, and this entire fight is just one big gimmick. I have to fight her with these fucking cannons and shit. Which is the reason I say this fight is so underwhelming. So it's trying to be Ripto and isn't Ripto. Ow. Boy, the controls on that are ass. Anytime now, Agent 9. Be great. Thank you. You know, this level I hated it. Yeah, it's pretty lame. Especially when Agent 9 takes 1,000 years to do anything. What is that? Why? What? Okay. Oh, ew. Oh, these controls are bad. Why can't I turn? Controls so horribly, dude. Is Agent 9 fucking bugged? Oh no, it's over here. I was like, why are these fucking sitting still? Any day now. Like, I can't steer up. There's no fucking steering on that fucking thing. It's so ass. Dear every developer ever, nobody likes inverted controls. Please fuck off. If I'm not playing a flight simulator, I don't fucking want inverted controls. Oh, she's fucking dead. Oh, not quite.
Spyro, you've just defeated a sorceress, rescued the dragon eggs, and restored freedom to the lost dragon worlds. What do you plan to do next, hmm? Perhaps a nice vacation in Dragon Shores, hmm?
You're a real comedian sometimes, Bentley. You know, I still have to find the rest of the dragon eggs. Plus, Hunter seems to have disappeared again, so I should go make sure he's not in more trouble. You haven't seen him, have you?
What? Me? Oh, no. If I do happen to encounter him, however, I will most certainly inform you immediately.
It's a funny thing, Spyro. I adjusted Avalanche
There she
portals
is.
to take me to the Dragon Worlds, but somehow I ended up here. Maybe my coordinate tables are outdated. By 1,000 years. That would explain why the book was so cheap.
So now that you're done saving the world again, are you gonna visit me in Avalar?
Sure, Laura, but I still have to find the rest of the eggs. And, well, Hunter's just...
Dude, she wants it, bro. You see that tail wiggle?
Agent 9, is that a Rhinoc over in those bushes?
You want a piece of me? Rhinoc boy. Hey, laser punk! Come on now! They're hiding.
I'm sure Hunter is in good hands. I'm sure he will turn up soon.
Promise you'll come visit Avalar soon, okay?
How many times have I told you not to taste that moose?
It was Billy's idea. Yeah.
Is that true, Billy? Hold that thought, Billy. Spyro, great to see ya.
Hi, Sheila. I've been looking for Hunter all day. Have you seen him?
Sorry, Spyro. Hunter made me promise not to tell you where they went.
They...
You didn't hear anything from me.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's a sad sight, Sparks. Another noble warrior falls victim to the plague of love. Just look away.
Wow, Spyro's a Sigma male.
Find the rest of the eggs by ourselves.
Come on, Spyro. Take a little break. Let's watch the show.
But, and then they fucked. Alright. Time to put Time to put the Spyro trilogy to rest. Maybe we'll come back to it. I don't know. But I've had enough for a while. It's true, I've seen it somewhere. Yeah, me too. I mean, what? I've never seen such a thing. I've never ever in a million years watched anything like that. I would never. I certainly do not know of any Alora Spyro animations by the title off the top of my head at all. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I would though. Yeah, true. But yeah, fun stuff. I'm sorry I got pretty bored towards the end there, but I would like to move on. So I think I'm all Spyro'd out at this point. So I will see you guys next week for something, for stuff and things, you know. So yeah, I hope y'all have a good night and have a good weekend. I will see you guys later. Bye. Bye bye.